Xiaohu in game 1. It's hard to remember that far back. This is what Fearless breathes into the game of League of Legends. What a fun draft. Tien gets assignments. It does look like both Shanks and Tarzan are going to shift down towards this side, and Xiaohu does not have flash. He's going to get caught by a chain. Gold card out, but there's Shanks dropping his ultimate, so you can once again lock down Xiaohu. And the Spring Tiger has been declawed. First blood on a silver platter to anyone's legend.
Yeah, so they'd remove a Tiger, get a Dragon, and now they're going to have to look at the Grubs spawning in 15 seconds. We'll see if we have Xiaohu cast that ultimate to join any sort of fight up towards the top. Again, AL, I think a team that really has to hit their early to mid-game spikes hard. They have to use the Lucian Nami. The power they're going to have, they have to use the early power.
Legendary items of pass they used to bring towards this Ezreal.
No, definitely a decent shout. Do have to focus on this Dragon, though. Weibo going to try and get in here.
Shanks zoning well. There's Destiny. Spot all 5 members. Xiaohu's going to force Tarzan out once again. Weibo have control of the pit now and will turn their attention back towards the Dragon. Crisp, it's about 40% HP. Flandre going to try and use that passive to walk their way in, but there's the Dragon already secured by Tien. AL, there's nothing really left to fight over, and Flandre's going to have to burn his flash forward, gold card. They're going to try and chain link the stuns with the Braum passive. The autos are going to try and come down. No Void Rush, but the Tidal Wave hits on multiple members. There's the snap re-engage from Tarzan. Cease and desist down. Tien's trying to fly to the back line as well, but doesn't have enough damage to find any of these kills, and Light can't get in position. There's no damage dealers left to capitalize on multiple blinking health bars. AL get away with robbery there. This series has looked for anyone's legends. They are a team that can take a lead early and never look back. The Grub power, though, he's still here for Weibo as they're trying to knock down this first brick and even up the feats of strength conversations. No collapse really in a minute. That's another tidal wave, though, out of Kyle. Trying to set up the bubble, doesn't land. They're just trying to protect the turret right now, make sure it can't fall in. With Tarzan here, they should be able to. Tarzan, though, bit of an awkward Vault Breaker. He's going to eat the Glacial Fissure now, and he has to flash again as the Vault Breaker cancel comes across.
Another chain comes in. Shanks has been on point so far with the tethers. As a heal popped, Weibo get out. They don't get the turret. As the race for first brick is a wee bit on. The 3 Grubs really get
poised. Yeah.
And he has opted, he's showing the Witchbane second early on. Because he did say TF, a couple different build paths. You know, you got the Sanyas. Yeah. Oh, wait. Alt cast.
Destiny. All right, just to try and cover this turret, but
first brick
this thing is gone. First brick nonetheless.
Yeah.
All right, another small edge to anyone's legends.
All right, well played by AL. As they drop the Rift Herald, and you have Shanks behind that too. That person's going to end up dead at this point of the game. The concern is that they aren't far ahead enough. That could help, though. Tien Tarzan, he's dead.
Let's just drop the hammer on Tien. Beautiful. Too easy.
The straight out for a turret, but that was very, very well done as the cease and assist. Another play where Tarzan and Kyle both very much on the same page here, Slayer.
Dragon now gets to go over to AL. Weibo really have no business contesting this, you would think. But that is Breathe TPing in. They're not playing for the Dragon.
They gotta give.
They're looking like they're going to try and play for the fight after. I guess they're just looking to trade TPs as Flandre sends himself into the fray. But just a bit of a game of, just this classic game of chicken.
It's okay though from Weibo. Like if they keep on pushing him down, they're gonna play with their tempo. So they could, you know, force him back, get out of the fight, reset your health bars, and there isn't like a ton of burst damage on Weibo. So I think it can actually kind of help AL. I know they already have Nami, but
AL
you know,
in much better spot than the gold really tells.
You can see Breathe. He doesn't have a turret. He's really respecting the angle that Vine LeBlanc could form on him. Shanks took a pretty big chunk, though. Light still has his ult available. He needs to get topped off. It has been started. Destiny pops.
He's going to Destiny right next to Tien, so they're looking to try and collapse on AL as the Otacon doing so much value, getting rid of those Rizzes. If Flandre goes forward, but they're going to snap engage onto Xiaohu. Good flash to get away from Shanks, though. Can he find the burst angle? He's going to distort back out. As we watch the Otacon reset, Redemption comes down. Weibo like their health bars a bit more here, and they have control of the brush that AL can't step towards. Shanks gonna try and scout out with a nice little distort. Sees that Weibo aren't going for the Otacon just yet. Neither team wants to start that dance again.
Xiaohu can port back. I really like Crisp. He threw himself in there to stop the tidal wave. He got the shield off to block the tidal wave. Look out for that interaction throughout the game, because that's the highest value spell that Chris can block.
It's so hard for AL to approach this fight now. They don't have that same sort of fire starter. There's no cease and desist. There's no tidal wave. There's no culling. They're trying to fight this out without key ultimate, so they're just going to jump on top of Crisp and get a ton of damage down. Breathe is holding on to that public execution. They're going to TP Xiaohu in. Still far enough away from Tarzan to find that snap engagement. Weibo not able to punish AL, going so brashly for that pick play without ultimates.
All they have to do is stall until they get their ults back up, and AL's at the point where they might be able to play some more waves. Now, they did drop a lot in the top side as a Xiaohu got a
spot side, but can't forget about the mid lane priority that Weibo has control of. They're trying to set up a line across this brush.
Flounder is getting a lot of info here. They should see all 5 circles, and Crisp is going to spot the Rek'Sai Breathe.
Exactly what you want to do. You want to let Shanks weave in and out, dipping, dodging around these combos to get poked down. Yeah, Breathe has the TP back here. We'll see if they end up giving it, but the snap engage from Tarzan comes across onto Xiaohu again. Public execution missed there for Breathe, so he can't get into this fight. Crisp is going to go down first, and there's the Void Rush out of Flandra. Tarzan the next to fall. Flandra's trying to delay time, but there's just not enough there. AL are kicked out of the fight, and there's the big-time kick coming across from Tien, but he drops to Shakes. Kael sectioned off by Weibo. They're going to look to knock down the Nami. Trade 2 apiece. No, 3-2 for Weibo. They somehow find a way to make that fight work.
That numbers advantage is going to be enough for them to at least use Fog and threaten to one-shot just as he's doing now, because after that Dragon, Weibo for sure had to reset. That's a big chunk on the Shanks. Well played by Light to connect there through the W. As he blinked back, and Weibo's going to get back on even keel terms.
And we do it all again. Everybody heralding around this Otacon.
I mean, Shanks is kind of low.
The big golden ticket.
He's going to TP back. This isn't for an item, though. It's just for conditions. So this is a good takeaway here from Weibo if they can get Shanks to burn the TP, which he does burn mid. Oh, we got Magi's. Okay. That's a big one.
That's a big call. He's got his fully stacked Dark Seal. Maybe looks to try and take this tier 1 turret. Yeah, he's going to double back here. I think he's safe enough that he can. That last auto should do it. All right, mid-tier 1 knockdown. Good little edge to down. He can really dip around and use the power of the bodyguard Crisp to do what he wants, but just on toe, Crisp gets caught by a stray bubble. And that is a whoopsie that we've seen rear its ugly head towards the end of this series for the Weibo support once again.
I mean, just couldn't get the shield up in time. You didn't react flash either, so the bubble connects, and that bubble deadly as Kael. It's a big win for his team. They've started the Otacon. There still was a sneaky ward drop by Weibo on the bot side. They will see AL pull this objective up towards the top side as now they get vision of everyone.
Destiny down. We've seen steals from Tarzan. Does Tien have one in him? Zeus gets TP into the Drake Pit, sets up the public execution, trying to put Breathe on a pedestal to do a ton of damage. He's going to get Shakes and get out. Breathe is safe, but Xiaohu should be able to cost his life. It's Light over the wall, though, trying to find the trade. Steps around a good bubble. What a kick from Tien to get Hope out of the fight as well. Light once again untouched. It's the Void Rush forwards for Flandra, but he's a tanky Rek'Sai. Does he have enough damage to really deal with this Ezreal? Because Light is gliding around him. The knockup lands from the Unburrow, and he does get the job done. And now Hope can start seeing the damage. It's Tien that has to flash over the wall to get out as Chris joins the fight way too late, and we even out at 3 apiece.
A couple of crazy moments from our aid. Light, he tried to dive in to clean him up there with Tien. And really necessary for AL that Hope stepped up like that, because if he goes down, that could have been Otacon and a lot of control over to Weibo.
But still, nobody has a foothold on this game.
I gotta say, though,
as it can come.
RFC for Xiaohu's big, because you can actually fish now with the gold cards. As the culling used to back them off, and Flandre would have eaten a gold card, but it wasn't available. Xiaohu has the Otacon's being used.
Otacon's being used. Destiny's going to show it.
Yeah.
They are going to back off, or maybe not. Tarzan still wants to pour damage into this. Xiaohu barely treachered anyway with that Destiny. He's just trying to set up the flank here. Now AL has no way out. They have to commit towards this Otacon that could decide the series. Shanks trying to weave his way in, look for poke angles, but he doesn't find it just yet. Xiaohu hanging on to that yellow card, daring anybody to get stunned up. Otacon about 3K. Flandre can get the first knockup. Tarzan goes into the backline. They're going all after Tien. Glacial Fisher gets a bunch of huge knockups, but Hope gets the first kill. Light gets out. True Shot Barrage back forward. Tries to dash forward after Hope. Another yellow card lands, but in comes Flandre. Kick lays it down, but it's Hope that's able to fire down the light beams onto AL. And Light has no way back. NTA with a free fall, falls to Hope, who finds the triple kill. Finally, our marksmen leave a stamp on this series, and it's Hope to the rescue for anyone.
It was crazy that they all started the fight on the breathe. I mean, they one-shot in Ambessa Slayer. That's a ballistic call from AL, but they were able to do it with the LeBlanc and the damage they
take this Baron down, but they've actually set up a death brush.
They're standing still.
Flandra's Rek'Sai passive.
That's big.
Should usually cut this down, but Kael gets picked first. The Nami goes down. Fight breaks out. GA's going to come across here for TN on the front side of the fight as he flies in with the Ambessa and Breeze finds a huge shutdown to Flandra. Weibo are looking for the turn. They've got hopes, and the kick comes through for TN. Just like that, Weibo obliterate the game state from AL as they look to crown themselves the series champion. Baron should be theirs, or just the game. It's 34 minutes. They're barreling down the mid lane.
That's a clean ace. Kael's gonna be up, but that's it. Is Weibo. They stand still, so the Rek'Sai passive can't connect. Hope wasted his cleanse, so the Winter's Bite passive and gold card could connect, and that might be it, Slayer.
Weibo have been scrutinized all year long for their low performances. We've asked, can they do it again? Can Xiaohu bring this team to the regional qualifiers? Well, they just started it by upsetting your Split 2 champions.
The bracket has been busted already. It's only 3 series in for the LPL, but AL, they're in the